Psalms 139 says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Yet, Africa's beauty and personal care industry is worth a whopping $57 billion. South Africa alone stands at about $6 billion, and Kenya, the country from where we're recording from, at about over $400 million. Wow. So we know that the beauty industry really wields its power over us. The standard of beauty, what we look at in the mirror, whether it's beautiful or not, really has been kind of dictated by them. And we need to unpack that. And what we do here is we dive deep into the issues affecting our lives and our communities. We're exploring the challenges and finding meaningful ways to move forward. Please join the conversation across our social media. Tell us what you think. Amplify your voice and inspire the change. Now, of course, we want to talk about the beauty industry, but I can't do this by myself, so I've invited two beauty experts to be here with me today. We have Rose from Makeup by Rose. Thank you so much for being here today. Excited to have you here. And also we have Dr. Joyce Gikunda, and she is the co-founder and director of Lintons Beauty. Ladies, let's get right into it. What's going on in the beauty industry that we're spending billions on this continent in it? Rose, talk to me. What's going on?
No, we love it. We love it. The money is good. The money is good. Women love beauty. And the one thing that people don't understand is beauty is very personal to women. If I told you this morning, even if I lied and I said, Vuyanzi, you look beautiful, the whole day you'd be smiling and, you know. So for us, it has nothing to do with the brushes and stuff. We just enhance. For us, all we'll do is just a little bit. So we've changed it into a business, you know. We found a way to make women feel beautiful, add to the, what do you call it? Like when a woman comes to me, she says, Rose, I need to look beautiful. My skin is like this. I need this and this. For me, I just give her products, do procedures, do makeup for her, and enhance how she feels.
Dr. Joyce, I need to ask, what is going on in this industry that is worth so much?
Let me say, looking back, this is nothing new. Beauty started ages, long time ago. Remember our women, Samburu, Turkana, many tribes used to use foundation, ochre. They used to adorn themselves. Beauty is actually innate. You wake up as a woman, especially a woman. If you put a girl there and a small boy, little children, you'll find that the girl is going for things related to beauty. Now, what has happened is with this generation is that it has realized that it's a business. You can make a business out of it. And it's very intricate because this involves manufacturers, retailers, distributors, and all that to bring us now the right, refined, and suitable products for ourselves and for everybody. Africa is booming in this business. I think you have quoted those figures in South Africa, Kenya, and we have to look beautiful. We have to feel beautiful. We have to feel confident. Yes.
Okay, so now I want to read a quote from you. It's from Peter. And it says this: your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Either it should be that of inner self, your natural, your unfading beauty of gentle and quiet spirit, which is of the great worth in God's sight. Ladies, help me out here. Are we all on these couches sinning or what? Rose, thoughts about that?
Don't worry, we are not going to hell. Trust me, we are not going to hell. But I think, you know, times have changed. And beauty, like I said, you're not changing the inside. You know, we're just, like you called it, adorning the outside. Before, like, our ancestors used to walk naked. Right now, people don't walk naked, right?
Right.
You know? Before, they used to get like fruits and nuts and stuff like that. Now we have spices like Royco and stuff like that. So things are changing. So for us, it's not like we are using these products to make people sin. We are just enhancing. We are not trying to change. We are not trying to change. The only thing that we've done is we've realized women love beauty, so we just turned it into a business.
Wow. Wow.
You know what? I like that.
Yes.
It reminds me how many times I've agonized over that verse once from Peter.
Wow.
And I always wonder, am I sinning wearing gold?
Wow.
Am I sinning wearing a lipstick or what? But you know what? What matters is your personal relationship with your God, not really what people say or what they want. If you feel you are good, what Peter, as I agonized over that topic, over that verse, I believe that, personally, I believe what Peter meant is that no matter what you're trying to do from outside, adorning yourself with gold or with foundations or with the lipsticks, you're never going to look good until you sort the inside. The inside has to be quiet. The inside has to be still. The inside has to be pure and beautiful. Then only are you going to move to the step Rose is telling us of enhancing, how enhancing your beauty with whatever you enhance with, so that you feel that self-confidence that comes from within. It's now enhanced from the outside. Wow. That's what I believe.
Wow. Somebody said soft girl era. That is what that is. That's so beautiful, and I love that interpretation. So, you know, I like to come out of the gate swinging or running. I don't know, whatever we do out of the gate. But we're going to pump the brakes for just a moment, because both of you, there's a story involved here of how both of you came to be who you are. So I'm going to ask you to bring us into your stories of the genesis of where you are now. So Rose, you're Makeup by Rose now, but how did this all begin?
So for me, I've loved beauty ever since I was a very little girl. So my elder sister, when was a hairstylist in Meru, where I grew up. She had a salon, so I used to love going to her salon every day after school just to watch her work. And what I loved is the after, watching the women come in and the way they went out feeling and looking different. So for me, it's not really about what she did, it's the way she made them feel. It is everything. Let me tell you, with everything that you do, there has to be, it's not about the money. The money is good. Even Joyce will tell you that. It's the way you feel. And
I'm in the wrong business.
Like for me, beauty is like getting paid to have fun. Because I've done this for 16 years. So I remember, we used to plait grass and put a stone over it, and then go a couple of days later, it's turned yellow and say it's a mzungu, it's a white person. So I didn't know what I was doing. And then I used to love putting flowers on my lips, and then taking charcoal, and the children in the village knew me. I didn't even know what I was doing, but I just love, like when a client comes to me and she either cries or looks in the mirror, jumps up in joy. So for me, it's not about changing women using makeup. People think makeup and beauty and skincare is, superficial. No, it is not. It is very personal. For me, it's all about enhancing the way a woman feels. Makeup and beauty actually adds confidence. Like I said, if I tell you this morning, even if you look like crap, I'm sorry. If I tell you, you look beautiful, no one will tell you anything else.
Yes.
And let me give you another example. Just look at a woman. Like if I looked at Joyce and then I'm like, Joyce, those eyebrows. Even without saying anything, I'll be like, those eyebrows. Just be like, what's wrong with me? She'll be in the mirror the whole day. Beauty is very personal to women. So all we are doing is making money, making women feel good.
And I just want to go back to something, right? You said it's enhancing.
Yes.
Because the way I used to hear it growing up is like it's covering up. Oh my goodness. But you said enhancing. Just talk about what does it mean to enhance something?
So, for example, let me give you an example. Some women, let me talk about women. Some women actually need guidance in the way they look. Let's be real. Let's be real. No, even you know the way someone wants to get married, someone wants to start dating, someone just wants to look good. Who doesn't want to get catcalled once in a while?
Yeah. Yes.
You know, like you look good. Oh my gosh, your lips. You know.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, your hair. Who doesn't want that? Some women actually they need us. So for us, it's just to guide them. Let me tell you, every woman is beautiful. They just need to know what to do.
Wow.
What clothes to wear, like what gloss to wear. Just don't look. You see, have you ever seen a woman with the lips looking like she hasn't taken a glass of water in 4 days?
Yes.
You know? So for us, let me tell you, that's why I keep saying we enhance. You just, when you come to us, you leave looking and feeling different. A woman can come to us, leave looking 10 years younger. Because of the procedures, the products, the everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wow. And we're just getting started here. Dr. Joyce, you know, I want to say you become Nairobi's first provincial pharmacist.
Yes.
But, I mean, you were helping people, but yet we see you here as the co-founder of Lintons Beauty. How do we go from being the pharmacist to...
It's Vuyanzi, it's a long story. Just like Rose was saying, how did you get to this?
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to say is that God is powerful. He has put talents, He has put gifts in us that actually walk with His light, and they led you where you ought to be. I never knew I would be this. I never knew I would be in beauty when I was growing up until I was maybe in class 6. And then my dad happened to have a small kiosk. We call them kiosk. And I grew up in Meru. And he had this kiosk that is selling sugar, salt, sweets. I remember what stuck to me is coconut oil. That was the in mafuta those days. That was the only beauty thing I could lay my hands. I'm in class 6.
Wow.
And what I found that I need to keep aside so that I go and practice using on my friends in school was coconut oil. The day he found out, I was thoroughly beaten.
Oh, no.
I would take that. Least did he know.
Wow.
And many years later, he came to actually apologize to me and say, Joyce, I did not know what was budding in you.
Wow.
So as fate would be, I went on. I wanted to be an agricultural officer. Why? Because what I grew up seeing were these agricultural officers who come wearing green uniform, starched, driven in green Land Rovers by a driver. So imagine they come now, they're showing my mom how to farm there. As a kid, this stuck to me. The beauty of seeing them in uniform.
Wow.
The beauty of seeing even nurses in uniform. But I was attracted to this because a nurse is not driven by a Land Rover and a driver. So my mind stuck agriculture. I want to be an agriculturalist. And then go fast forward. I did well in school. I applied for my agriculture, but as fate would be, Nairobi University lost my papers.
What?
They lost my papers. So when I started going to complain to the registrar, there had no other course for me except a new course that was starting, that was pharmacy.
Oh, my gosh.
And when I shared with my husband, imagine I was married that time. When I shared with my husband, he said, yes, that's the one. Oh, we didn't even know what we were getting into. I get into pharmacy, I do the pharmacy and I realize, wow, it's interconnected with somehow agriculture because you study a lot about plants, what they produce, what they are capable of doing,
Yes.
the pharmaceuticals, the beauty products, and all that. So I go through the course. We start a family retail pharmacy, Lintons Beauty World. Not Beauty World then, pharmacy. It was Lintons Pharmacy. And Vuyanzi, I know it's a long story, but this is where I connected now with my core calling. That's beauty. Now, when my friends came in with their girls or with their children who had skin problems, I found a solution because I'd been trained for that.
Wow.
And I started bringing in beauty products. And many years later, I found, no, now I have to focus on beauty. I want to make the woman feel good about themselves. I want the woman know how to take care of this skin. I love what Rose is saying, that you can find somebody who has not taken water, or it's like they have not taken water. And all it takes is just simple aremis.
Yes, I have some in my purse. Yes.
So I love what I do.
Yes.
I love what I do. I love the transformation I see in women when they enhance that beauty. And I've found out also, I still go back to Peter. To the ones of Peter.
Wow.
I encourage my clients, I encourage my friends, go back, take care of the inside.
Wow.
Nutritionally, spiritually, emotionally. Once that is sorted out, my enhancing bit will be very easy. Wow. And it will be cheaper for you as well.
Wow.
So,
wow. Oh my gosh. Imagine you are who you are because someone lost your papers. You talk about fate. That is, wow. That was beautiful fate. Now, both of you, as you talk, what's almost palpable from both of you is your passion around what it is that you do. So now taking that passion and thinking about the industry as a whole, talk about how, is the industry really promoting self-acceptance? Now, I know maybe you are, but what do you think about that? Self-acceptance with women and how they look. Rose?
Okay, for us, and I know Joyce will agree with me, right now it's a very tricky time because of social media. It's a very tricky time. And you see, Joyce does her thing the way she does. And one thing that I'll tell you, Joyce is like an industry mother. I've known her for a very long time. She's one of the people that we actually look up to. An industry giant.
Yes.
I've known her for a long time.
Yes.
And one thing that I appreciate about her, Joyce has actually employed so many of my students. So many. I see them every time. And appreciate. So you see, beauty is not a bad thing. So now, when it comes to self-acceptance, and I might be doing it a certain way, but you cannot control someone else who's doing the same and the kind of message that they're portraying, because social media is tricky. So for us, because I do training and I know Joyce does the same, that's one of the things that we teach our students. So we teach them social media, the good and the bad of social media. We teach them about beauty and everything that they're going to get out there. So speaking for myself, it's very hard to control what other people in the industry, because you see, we're not the only ones in the industry.
Right. Let me take off from Rose there and say that what we are doing is powerful. We are trying to change the mentality of people in this country. The mentality that beauty belongs to school dropouts. Rose is educated. I'm educated, as you have heard, I'm a pharmacist. The mentality is beauty is for school dropouts. So we are actually, Rose is a trainer, I'm a trainer. We are struggling to get intelligent girls and boys to come and embrace beauty, because out there, there are a lot of opportunities We need store managers. We need brand managers. We need marketers. We need those digital marketers and all that, social media marketers. They have to be intelligent.
Yeah, very.
So there are also two signs of beauty that people have not embraced. As we train beauty consultants who handle products, consult you to tell you what you do with the products. We also train therapists. Therapists are the ones who do your facials, who do your nails, who do your massages, and all that. So we need to put that clear that there are opportunities in this. We have, like Rosa said, we employ, we encourage these other colleges to train because the vacuum, Lintons cannot cover everywhere. So we need to work as a team so that we create employment for our people. We don't want to keep on hearing that, I don't have a job. You're out there, you did education. You did a degree in BA. And you're sitting home for 1 year doing what?
Yeah.
Come to Rose. Come to Lintons Academy. Be trained and get a job.
Okay.
I like
Yes.
that. I like that. I like that. Let me tell you something. I remember fighting with my mom. Because I heard Joyce talk about your dad beat you up because of something. Now you remember that Irene lipstick?
Yes.
The green one that turns red. So I went to my sister's salon and I actually stole it. Because I wanted to try it on. So when I wore it, my dad beat the living daylights out of me. Because before people thought only prostitutes wore red lipstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even when I grew up a little bit older, my mom kept fighting me. She's like, Rose, we are going to have a big problem. She's like, can you go and do something else in school? I'm like, Mom, this is what I want to do. She's like, no. She's like, you're going to shame me. And
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
No, so right now, like what Joyce is saying, it's really, people need to know this is a serious business. Most people in the beauty industry make more money than doctors.
Yes.
Now, both of you, I think, that could take us down a different world. But I want to even go to the other side of the beauty industry, right? Because you're beauty experts. However, we're talking about regular people who wake up in the morning. And even when you're saying that the stigma with makeup and those who desire to even enter into the beauty industry, I want you to take a moment, and then we'll have to go on break in just a moment too, so we can continue this. But how is this struggle, this societal and cultural, because what you're talking about is culture, how is this struggle weighing on women? How have you seen it play out? Please help the people who are struggling with society and culture and makeup. Dr. Joyce, talk to those women.
Now, this is a personal choice. I know there are battles there, just like we are fighting it's female genital mutilation.
Yeah.
We are fighting that norm, which we know it's bad. We are also fighting to tell people beauty is not bad. You don't have to be a prostitute to wear red lipstick. It is for all of us. And it's the confidence it gives you. I shed tears when I see the transformation we do. And somebody like you now can sit in a boardroom full with men. You can see those women in parliament. And you can compare for yourself Vuyanzi. Compare the ones who have those cracked lips and the ones with
the poor cracked lips ladies. We're going to have to help them out.
Yes. I compare those, the confidence they get even when they speak. That is what we are trying to bring our people out there. I do not want to leave out the boy child. This industry is not just for women. The men are now embracing beauty. There are men, makeup artists there who are so talented. And I find a lot of women actually want to be done even their nails or their treatments by men. We are getting somewhere. And I hope that the billions you mentioned the billions you mentioned will attract, will now help break those myths, those beliefs.
Yes, yes.
With our aunties, with our mothers, with our fathers. Yesterday I was talking to a girl.
Yeah.
Who the father said, no, you passed well, you're not going to beauty college. The girl pleaded. She said, Dad, I'll still go to college, but while I wait to be called to college, allow me to go to Lintons Beauty Academy.
Wow.
The father gave in a bit. She came and did her course, and she has come back to me telling me, you know what? Let me admit, my father knew what he was doing, encouraging me to go to college. But I've come back looking for a job. I still want to be in beauty, but I'm a better person now, having gotten the education from USIU. I can do much better for you. It warmed my heart.
Wow.
It melted my heart. That's what we want. That's where we want to be, Rose.
Wow.
Then we can sit back, know that we are handing over to a generation that is all-rounded.
Yeah.
And that's where change starts. So our two beauty experts, as Rose by Rose, Makeup by Rose, and also Dr. Joyce of Lintons Beauty. So, Rose, I want to get your take on just if you could expand on the conversation, society, culture, the women who are struggling because of their cultural and society norms. Please help us out here.
So, and actually for us who are born in Ushago, in the, what do you call it in English?
For those who don't know what that means, tell us what that means.
Ushago means up country. In the village.
The village.
You see, I was born in the village, so it comes with a lot. You see, like someone who's born in Nairobi and someone who's born in, I was born in Maua. That's even farther away from Meru.
Oh, wow.
In the village. So, like when you tell your, when you say you're doing this, people are like, why? Why not a doctor? Why not a pilot and stuff like that? Let me tell you of an experience. When I came to Nairobi and I wanted to pursue beauty, I didn't know where to start. You know how it is, you come to the city, you don't know anyone, you don't know like who to talk to, and you're trying. So I remember like my mom helped me rent a place, and then my auntie came over, she was sick. So my auntie keeps asking my mom, what does Rose do? Because I would leave in the morning and then come back in the evening. I would leave in the morning, come back in the evening. So what I was doing, I would make business cards. Before there was no social media. So you had to be, I was like a hawker. You know, I made, like
clear up the story, Rose.
not hooker, hawker. You know, hawker is the ones in the street selling like sweets and stuff.
Oh, a hawker, got it.
Oh,
That is all right.
Hey. So listen, I would make like business cards and go to town, go to salons and beauty spas, give it to them. Hi, my name is Rose. This is what I do. I didn't even know how to introduce myself. So so you know how people in the village think if you don't have like a briefcase and you're going somewhere, you're not going to work. So my auntie was in our house, in my house for like a month, goes back to the village and tells everyone, Beth, my mom's name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth's daughter is a prostitute. She goes and comes back. She goes.
Oh my
do you know?
God.
My mom was crying.
Oh my God.
She's like, what do you do?
No.
And I told my mom, just give me time. I will show you what I do. Because at that time, beauty was just beginning. We were just like 3-4 makeup artists.
Yeah.
So it was really hard. Like I did not even know how to describe myself. She's like, oh, okay, are you a salonist? I'm like, no, I'm a makeup artist. What is a makeup artist? Explain to me. So my mom, I remember one thing my mom told me. She's like, Rose, you are the one who's going to kill me. And I remember, you are the one who's going to kill me. And I told her, Mom, just give me time. So I struggled. And I remember there's a time I was unable to pay my small single room. I had to go back to Meru. So when I went back to Meru, my mom is like, okay, now that's it. That is it. We have to come back with plan B. You're not going back to Nairobi to embarrass me. So when I was in Meru for about 6 months, I was like, you know what now? Now, if I don't do something, my mom is going to marry me off to a Miraa farmer if I'm not careful.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You know what Miraa is?
Yeah.
So I told my mom. My mom was in this, these women groups. We call them chamas.
Yes, yeah.
I begged my mom. I told her, just give me one last chance. All I'm asking you is go ask for just 3,000 shillings. Get me 3,000 shillings. I will buy charcoal. That's in Meru. Start selling it. I'll make my own money to go back to Nairobi. Because for me, beauty was everything. Beauty, like I knew that's what I wanted to do. So she was like, okay, Rose, this is your last chance. She did it. I sold it for about 6 months. I actually even left her with a little bit of money, came back to Nairobi. So I remember people in my Ushago were talking, and then later when they see me on TV interviews, they're like, that's our daughter. Oh my,
the former prostitute. She really turned her life around.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, when it comes to this industry, I can tell you this. Us being the pioneers, we have actually made it so much easier for these upcoming makeup artists. Right now, it's not as hard. And especially now having the social media where you can just go and market yourself. Before we had to walk.
Yeah.
Before we had to walk. So what I would tell parents, and if your child says they want to do something, please do a little bit of research on it. Give them a chance. Do not try. We have this issue of parents trying to direct. These days, what parents do is, because my parent wanted to be a pilot, you force your child to live the dreams that you did not live. We need to stop. Let your child, forge their own path. Let them fall down, get up, just assist them. Because let me tell you something, like Joyce was saying, like I could not be very educated, but I have an accountant. I have a manager. I have an auditor. Someone who is even more educated than me. It shows you the beauty industry is an actual business.
Wow. So there's something that we're picking up here, right?
Yes.
Because as much as I wanted to talk about confidence and beauty standards, we're also having a different conversation around business and around even beauty as a business. And I think that in itself lends to the fact that this is legitimate. Yes. This is something. Now, we're talking about legitimacy and the standards. So, and confidence and self-worth. Let's go in a different direction for a minute. Because there's this famous story in my family that one day my mother went to get a perm, and when she rinsed it along with the perm, her hair left as well. What happens when things go wrong for us? And I say us because I'm not in the beauty industry. What happens when things go wrong? Talk about those things. And so at least we see some of the realities of the beauty industry too. Because what you both are saying, I love it. I want to get into it after this. However, let's talk about when things go wrong. Okay. Dr. Joyce?
I think that's a very pertinent question, Vuyanzi. Many people have messed themselves in the name of beauty. Starting with hair, you have mentioned. A lot of it is left on the sink because we're using the wrong or bad quality. Bad quality relaxers. We don't care. I remember my first perm. I have a friend who was a bit exposed. I don't know where she learned perming. And it was done in the house. There were no salons then. I remember it was by God's grace that I didn't burn the scalp. But I survived. But I know many ladies who did that. It was trial and error those days. And as Rosa said, the times we are right now, we are smiling because technology is there. Education has come. The Google is there. Now it's AI. Now it's Chat GPT. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
And it's explosion. The Bible told us the days whereby there will be explosion of knowledge. So if you mess yourself now, it is your fault.
Wow.
Nobody's fault.
Wow. Yeah.
Those days there wasn't even a phone. We didn't have phone. We didn't have magazines. We didn't have anything. We were in the dark. Right now, you ought to know you're educated, you've been to school, even primary school level, you can read and write. You can be able to reach out to Rose and say, Rose, there's this product somebody is trying to sell me. What do you think? Should I use it or not? Because when you come to the skin, same thing. We are seeing day in and out, even this day and age, bleached skins that are red, that are yellow, that are pink.
Goodness gracious.
And we say, where have you been? Why do you go to get those? They call them mikorogos. What is this mikorogo? I'm a pharmacist, and we stopped making those preparations for people ages.
Wow.
Kitambo.
Wow.
There are good products out there in the market. If you want a cleanser, you get it. Number 2, why do you want to change your skin color? You are beautiful the way you are. We are all, I like what you read earlier. We are wonderfully and beautifully created.
Yes.
Why do I want to be white? We were brainwashed when my Rose mentioned that they would put a stone over the glass and they would braid. And when they come next week, they're so excited. This Musungu, this is like Musungu hair. You see, there's still that mentality and brainwashing that we need to get rid of, to shed off.
I love
to
that.
shed off.
I love that.
Really, I feel like tears when I see somebody who is using product, they don't know what is contained in it. Or you go downtown there, because nowadays there are many counterfeits. There are many fake products out there that because you want to save 100 or 200 shillings, you go and buy it. You don't know what is in it. I mean, even pharmaceuticals, you tend to hear that there are some, it's anti-malaria, but it's chalk in that tablet.
Oh my gosh.
You need to be very careful of what you are using on your skin, on your hair, on your body. Imagine what we apply around the eyes. Surely, it's a sensitive area. Shouldn't you go for quality? Spend a little more. Because these are products, even if you spend double, they will last you 6 months and over. So it's better you go for quality, know the source. And also the person advising you. Are they trained? Are they been to college?
Wow.
Or it's I mean, you just go to YouTube. You learn how to do makeup, or you learn how to do skincare. And then you come and tell me you are specialist.
Do it yourself.
When did a surgeon do that? When did a surgeon do that? So we need to be very particular about that. I'm very, very concerned and sensitive about skin. That's where my life begins. Skin, even if you defy using foundations, makeup, it's okay. But have a flawless skin. I'm that one person who is seated in church. I see you with pimples, or I see you with a oily skin, I'll pass my card. I carry cards to this.
Oh my gosh, I do that.
Yes, I'll pass. Vuyanzi, I'm notorious for that. I'll pass it. Can we talk after this?
Between the dried lips and the oily skin.
Not because of money. Not because I want money. It's because there is something in me that feels so concerned. That, and I know from the Bible we are beautifully and wonderfully created. All we need to do is take a little care, a little time, and we really shine for our God. We need to sing praises to our God. Looking good.
Oh my goodness.
And feeling good.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Rose, take us when things go wrong.
I just remembered something.
Yes.
Do you remember, like, there's a time she called me. We actually ran a campaign trying to kick out the fake black opal. Do you know? I know you don't even, that's a long time ago.
Wow.
Let me tell you, it is the consumer, the women who fought us. They're like, we know we are using fake products, but we are fine. So let me tell you, ignorance is a very bad thing. Because you see, some of these products, you see, the skin has, it has like its own, the skin is alive. That's the one thing that people don't understand. Like when you apply like a moisturizer, where does it go? It actually penetrates. So it's not just on top of your skin. It actually, it absorbs it. So, and then this is the other thing. Right now in this day and age, with so much information, Joyce and I are here. We can train you. Why are you going to do all these things? Why are you going to go to someone, even the people who are making the fake products she's talking about, they have no knowledge. I've been in the industry for 16 years. She's been there for longer, but she doesn't make her own product, right?
Oh, wow.
She has a chemist. I have a chemist, I have the knowledge, but I'm not a doctor, I think Joyce can do that, but I don't have that. So don't try to do things that you're not qualified to do.
Wow. Wow.
Knowledge is power. So if you feel like you want to start selling products, please go get the knowledge. If you feel like you want to start making your own products, go get the education before you do that. Don't just do things for the money. That's the problem with people right now. They're like, oh, Joyce must be making millions, so let me run. They go to YouTube, they learn, then the next day you've done something on a client, their eyes cannot open.
Gee, ouch.
Knowledge is power. Let me tell you, we've seen things. At times, clients will come to me, and I look at them, and there's nothing as terrible as telling a client, I cannot help you.
Have you said that to the client?
Yes, I have. More than once. Like, I don't even want to touch them, because where they are, because a client comes, you can see green veins. It's green and pink. And then this is the thing. If I went to Joyce today and bought her skincare product, right? And I came home and used it and I reacted, where will I go? I'll go back to Joyce. I'll go back to the source, right? Because I know where the product comes from. Now you go to the fake, to the quacks. They don't even know what they put in those products. They do not know. Because let me tell you what they normally do. They're like, oh, you have pimples. They take this. There's no even measuring. They do this, like this one will help you. They don't even know what they did. They don't know the percentage. They have no knowledge. So like when things go wrong, where do you go? So sometimes we get clients, we are like, I will try, but I cannot promise you anything. So before you get to that particular position, please just I keep telling clients, I would rather you spend a little bit more, do it the right way. Get your skin tested. And then there's nothing that works like magic. If you come with like acne skin and stuff like that, I will not promise you that next week you will look perfect. It's step by step. It's like a healing process. And sometimes you go, you're good, and then we go back 5 steps, and then it's a process. So the one thing that people need to understand, please try and do shortcuts. Are what is killing women right now. Beauty is not a bad thing. But you see, when you walk around and you see like 50 bleached women, of course people will start hating products. You know? We get attacks all the time. I've seen people calling me devil worshipper on my social media. Everything. Oh, you're leading women astray. Because, you know, they're maybe they're looking at me, they've seen someone else, you know? Yeah, so what I'll say is knowledge is power. Get the knowledge, get the right products, go to the right people.
Oh, wow.
Rose said something. There are some women we do not want to touch. Because the next thing, their skin has been so sensitized, whatever you try on them won't backfire. And then they come back, they might even sue you, think that you're the one who is now damaged their skin. And yet they had used a product that was not good. Beware also, there are a lot of products that are coming backdoor, and they are affecting. Rose said these products penetrate. They are getting to your lungs, they are getting to your kidneys, they are getting. Skin is a living, organ like just like any other organ.
Wow.
It does its functions of allowing things to get in. But what are you feeding it to get in there?
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
I love what you said, use collagen.
Yes. We're trying to keep the skin a little plump. Oh, my goodness.
This age of collagen.
Dumping it in the juice in the morning. So, ladies, I'm hearing you talk, and I can't believe how time is getting away from us. However, I do want to ask this. If you could tell me briefly, so people hear you saying, don't use fake products, but then maybe everyone doesn't have a lot of money. Where could they start? If you could just briefly tell me, for someone who may say, okay, fine, I'm convinced. I want to maybe enhance myself, but I don't have a lot of money. How do I begin? Just briefly, Dr. Joyce, how would they begin?
Simple as this. You start small and you grow big. At Lintons Beauty World, we have ranges, pocket sizes. So when you come and you're looking like Vuyanzi, as a consultant, my mind wants money. So I'm going to think that high-end, that very expensive product. But if you are open to me as a consultant, tell me, this is my budget. Think around it.
Yeah.
We have products for every size of pocket.
Okay.
So there's no need to fear. We can cater for that. And we can start you with just maybe 3 products, key products that I tell people, if your pocket is not big enough, start with a good, simple cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Those 3, then see me next month. When you get your paycheck, then we'll hand on to it.
Yes.
And we'll grow like, by the 3rd month, 4th, 5th month, you'll be loving what you see.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to work harder. Your paycheck will have increased.
Yes.
Then we can go on increasing. That's what I would
Thank you,
recommend.
Dr. Joyce Rose.
I love that, especially the consulting part. So like for us at Makeup by Rose, the one thing that I normally tell clients, get a consultation first. That's when I find out like your history with products, like what you can afford, what you cannot afford. Now a consultation tells me like what help I need to give you. If you don't have the money, we have ways. Okay, like I like the way she said, start small and then grow.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is beauty is an investment. Beauty is an investment.
Yes.
But we work with you and we guide you. Consultation first. Yes.
Oh, Mike, I love how both of you are just putting that professionalism into the beauty industry, right? Just saying a consultation, like when we go to a doctor, right? Would they consult with us first? And I love how you're saying that. Folks, I think we're headed towards the end. So I want you to tell me, to those women, it's like kind of like a Dear Jane letter, if you will. Speak to those women who have struggled with their confidence and struggled with their beauty about how they can embrace their natural beauty, even with the enhancement of other products on top of that. How do you talk to those women? And let's make this kind of like as we begin to wrap things up, how would you address those women who've listened to the show today?
These women, Vuyanzi, these are my sisters, these are my daughters, these are my peers. And I would really speak to them, tell them there is solution for everything. There is no condition that we cannot be able to handle. There are products for each and every skin condition. So please, as we have emphasized, it is consultation. Picking your consultant properly, picking to help you, guide you, pick the product that you should be on. Number 2 is patience. You have to be patient. Let nobody tell you that a week or 2 is enough to have that beautiful skin. Please be patient because we have to work on it. 3, be open, be honest with your consultant, because you might come to me as a consultant. You are going through issues. You are going through issues at home. You are going through medical things, like you're going through chemotherapy and all that. If you come to me, I should be able now to really talk to you, help you distress. And sometimes I even tell you, please, this is not time for beauty products. We'll chat. And I'll offer you maybe some marula oil. I'll offer you something simple to just moisturize and calm your skin, so that we wait until you are through your medication period, so that now we can get and delve into the cosmetics. But there is no need of looking back. It is a season like no other of digital, of YouTube, of what? Knowledge that is power. We are empowered by that knowledge. Search for it, seek for it, so that you hold that power within yourself. And within 1-2 years of consulting, you are going to be an expert to yourself, for your own self. Finally, as I finish, let me assure you that our skins are different. Whatever your sister is using, whatever I'm using, may not be the same thing that you have to use to look beautiful. We are all created differently. You can see today we came for this show. Some are wearing red, some are wearing nude,
Yeah.
and so forth and so forth. We think differently. We are wired differently.
Yes.
And what we need to enhance, it is actually a little bit different. But we all look beautiful. We should all feel beautiful. Wake up. Arise. It is time to come out of that cocoon.
Yes.
It is time to arise and be the woman that you are created to be.
Thank you so much. Rose, also, you go ahead and talk to those women who've been struggling with their confidence and natural beauty around
this is the one thing about confidence. I know we're talking about beauty, but the one thing that I can tell women, and this is from a personal experience.
Yeah.
Please try and stay away from stress. Stress is aging women. Stress. If you're stressed, it doesn't matter what me or Joyce give you.
Well,
It will not help.
yeah.
Beauty starts from the inside.
Yes.
If you're struggling inside, it will show on the outside. So I know some women are very reserved. Please find, before you come to us, like for me, I get these days, by the way, beauticians, we became therapists. You know, we talk to women. So for me, I normally recommend women to go talk to a therapist if you're going through something.
Yeah.
So stay away from stress. And for the women who are struggling with self-acceptance, and usually when we talk about that, we're talking about the way they look and stuff like that. So just, you can go to us, ask us like, Rose, what can I do to achieve this and this?
Yeah.
You can easily hit the gym and still use skincare products to look amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many ways, you know, and if you're struggling, please talk to someone. And I like the way Joyce said, consult, get the knowledge, come to us if you want to start the business that we are in, because we've been here for a long time. And for the parents who have young girls or young guys who want to venture into the business, you can actually even accompany your child. Come to us and we will explain the business to you.
Wow.
That way you understand what your child is venturing into. So for me, I normally talk about women a lot because I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I've been through a lot.
Yes.
And like I told you before we started this, when you look at my pictures from 10 years ago when I was going through massive stress, and right now I look like my mother then. I look 10, 15 years older. So that stress will add on to everything. So women are their mothers, their sisters, they take care of everyone. Please talk to someone. Beauty is all-rounded.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here today. A parting shot for me and a coachable moment is all of you who've been listening and watching. It starts on the inside. I think that was a wonderful interpretation of the scripture in Peter, that everything starts with peace, and everything, that calmness starts here, and then it goes out there. And you've heard them. The beauty industry is a profession, and there's a lot of money to be made. So everyone, thank you for tuning in today for Family Matters, Coaching with Vuyanzi. We will see you next time. Mwah.